Also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
All right, thanks, Noah. Noah will be back at 8:30. He'll have headlines for us. But now it's time, and I got a new theme song for Scott, and I'll explain why.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Okay, I'll explain why. Here you go. It's time for Notes on Entertainment here on Beaver County Radio. If I can get it to go.
It's quiet.
It's not liking me. Oh, come on. Seriously? I had a hard time getting it to play a minute ago, so.
This is our new theme song for Notes on Local Entertainment.
It's dead theme song, Notes on Entertainment. Here, let's try it this way. All right, ready? Here we go. We'll try it this way, see if it works.
Oh, my goodness. What's happening?
I'll explain in a minute. It's now time to talk about what's happening and what's going to be happening in Beaver County. And you know why I'm thinking of a good song, because we don't do it on Fridays anymore, so we can't do TGIF.
Oh, good point.
But any guess why I picked that song?
We both grew up watching What's Happening.
No, don't you cheat over there.
I don't know.
Famous composer from Beaver County is who wrote and composed that song.
Henry Mancini?
Yes, sir.
I was not aware.
Yes.
No kidding.
Yes.
Oh.
So, yeah, look it up.
All roads lead to Beaver County.
Yeah, look it up. Henry Mancini is who composed. 1976, he composed the theme to What's Happening. How about that?
My favorite episode where they were making money betting on pro football, and they had a system, and they bet on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who were then like 0-12, beating the Super Bowl champ Oakland Raiders, and they found out what the system was by Dwayne. It was whatever uniform he liked better was why he was betting on that. And
Dwayne.
they lost a lot of money.
Dwayne.
Shirley had the best wisecracks. Remember Shirley?
Oh,
man,
she was great.
She came back tough.
She had a successful show after. You know what I mean? After that was all said and done.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, you ever seen Shirley's Place? It was about where she had a restaurant.
No.
Yeah, it was like an offbeat of that.
Oh.
So yeah, that was a pretty good show. So, anyways, all right. So this is the show that tells you about what's happening in Beaver County and what's going to be happening throughout the area throughout the weekend. Scott,
busy weekend. It even starts tonight. We've got Good Shot Judy presenting the Century of Swing. That's a swing music concert at the Beaver Falls Middle School, part of that Beaver County Community Concert Association.
Okay,
You like swing music, get there to Beaver Falls tonight. Also in the Falls, tomorrow is the Beaver Falls Friday Markets begin. That's every first Friday of the month, and it's from 5 to 8. They're going to call it Art in the Park. Their local artists will be showing off their stuff tomorrow. Friday at Woolly Bully's Juke Joint in New Brighton, a band called Voodoo Green.
Okay.
And they have one of the best bass players in Beaver County, Rich Riffle, will be there. And I was reading, they play a mix of rock and roll, like great stuff, 90s, 80s, so it's going to be a good time. Arak Theater, the local theater in Rochester, has its Imaginary Exits show opening at the Seagrove Stage right there on Brighton Avenue in Rochester. Really cozy place to see a play.
Yeah.
You know, it used to be a coffee shop back in the day, and a couple of the Blue Violet, I think, or something like that.
Right.
A really neat place. So Arak Theater getting it done. Our friends at Lincoln Park Performing Arts Center, the debut of Anastasia the Musical. Yeah. That is a very big, lush production.
This is going to be a good weekend to get out and about, to do something indoors from the looks of what the weather forecast shows.
Well, you can get indoors and see Morgan Gruber, our American Idol contestant.
Where's she at?
Saturday, she'll be at Harkins Mill.
Okay.
Wine
slushies for everyone.
Ambridge. There you go. Yes. Luann's Route 68.
Okay.
In Industry has a band called Reloaded on Saturday. That's going to be some straight-up rock. Ron Yaros, the Center Township native, we play a couple of his songs. He's driving down from Erie, where he lives now, to play Moondogs Blues Bar in Blawnox. I know a lot of Beaver County people go out that way to Blawnox. So, and then if you're looking for a movie, maybe you just want to go check out a movie. The two big ones, Thunderbolts, one of those Marvel movies, opens. And then there's a movie called The Friend. It's at the Lindsay and other places. It's about a best-selling novelist, writer, played by Naomi Watts, and she's kind of living by herself, doing the thing in New York City. She's happy until her best friend, Bill Murray, leaves her his beloved 150-pound Great Dane, and it turns the woman's life upside down. She has to care for this big dog in Manhattan, and I guess it's a comedy about that, but it sounds like a fun one.
Yeah, a couple other things coming out of Lincoln Park this week. The Oldies concert that's coming up later on, and then also the Mancini Awards are coming up. So
later this month, and we have a list on BeaverCountyRadio.com. All the nominees we mentioned yesterday: Beaver Falls, Riverside were two of the big ones that have many of the nominations. And
right.
Yeah, and then they have a kid from a Disney Plus show, the High School Musical.
Right.
The new version will be the keynote speaker. So I know he's going to do popular with the kids. But
okay.
And one last thing, Sunday in Pittsburgh, the marathon, the Dick's Sporting Goods Pittsburgh Marathon. And not only do you get to see world-class people running, but there's bands performing. Our very own Curtis Walsh and his band, Better Think Twice, are regulars there. And
it's going to rain.
It's just a neat thing. Runners are running, and you hit the wall, as they say. You get to that part, you got nothing left, you think, but then you turn a corner, there's a band playing, there's people cheering you on, handing you water, and you find the strength to finish that 26-mile run. That's always a big event, but it will affect driving through Pittsburgh Sunday, too. A lot of roads will be closed and detours.
Yes, and then this weekend, one of our listeners, I pick on him all the time, is a very famous day that is celebrated annually on May the 3rd, the first weekend of the month.
And what is that?
The first Saturday of May every year. It's International Naked Gardening Day.
Oh, I'm in.
Charlie Dirt, I keep telling him every year, I tell him, don't you do it. And he keeps telling me, it's poor neighbors. They get, they're blinded. It's just one of those things. And it's like, but yeah, it is. Saturday is International Garden Naked Day.
I've got no problem with that.
It's as long as you be, that neighbors might have a problem with it, but other than that, it's all, it's all good.
Exactly. Oh, and if you're also looking for a Broadway show in Pittsburgh, Come From Away, one of the absolute best musicals you'll ever see. It's about 9/12/2001. It's what happens when there were planes flying when 9/11 and planes were being routed to airports. A whole batch of them were sent to Newfoundland, Canada, because we didn't know what was happening.
Right.
They're more at stake. The passengers of those planes were stuck on those planes for up to a week in Canada, and the local people took them in finally, and they became like best friends. And it's the most heartwarming story, true story you're ever going to see about the generosity of Canadians and how they were to Americans at a very crucial time. It's a lovely musical. It's at the Benham Center, won all kinds of Broadway awards. It's called Come From Away. I do recommend it this weekend.
Well, also, Bucks in town if you're a Pirates fan. They have the San Diego Padres will be in town all weekend.
And Sunday is May the 4th be with you day, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yep. So, and we've got free tickets to that. So
all kinds of Star Wars themed things going on at the ballpark.
Yeah, so we're going to give away some free tickets tomorrow. So stay tuned. If you want to go to the Pirate game on Sunday, you can do that and go see May the 4th be with you.
A good day it will be.
Yes. So,
as Yoda might say.
I can't do it today. My voice isn't working today. Scott, a good boy you will be, will you not? It is me. I am coming back from the dead, the magical Yoda.
Young Jedi.
Young Jedi, Tady.
Where's my lightsaber?
I don't know. All right. Honky Tonk Heroes, they're not out anywhere this week. I was just looking.
I can't believe that. They're out every week.
I know, right? Their next up is... I'm trying to see what they got up next. That's trying to see. I don't know.
It's going to be good seeing Morgan Gruber again at Harkins Mill. She is just going strong, and we have like 4 or 5 of her songs in our music library that we play from time to time, and she's really matured as a performing artist, and it's been fun to watch her career since we never heard of her. Suddenly she's on national TV, wowing her way to California on American Idol, and still representing at home and doing tour dates, and still does shows throughout New England. Cool. And as far as Hawaii last year,
I lied. They are.
I knew the Honky Tonk Heroes weren't taking a weekend off.
So they're at Rumors tonight
in New Swift
or tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night. And then on Saturday, the Honky Tonk Heroes are at Kohler's Brewery in Elwood City.
They're one of the kind of house bands there. That's a really cool place. They have a good blueberry beer you would like, Frank. I know.
That's
you'd be into it.
Craft beers. That's get me outside of an apple beer or like a cider beer or a blueberry, something like that. I'll be fine with that. But some of those,
Kohler's a good place. It's like one of those old timey roadhouse kind of places. They have the big metal like Route 66 signs hanging on the walls, or old gas stations like Esso or something.
Do you remember growing up how nasty Kohler beer was? Did you ever drink it?
That was a different Kohler beer, but I do remember that.
But they still have the same. They use kind of the same logo and everything, right? They have the rights to it. It
was kind of an homage to that, but they kicked it up several notches.
That was foul. That's all I can say. I don't know. It was very, very foul. All right,
That'd be a good discussion today with the worst beer our listeners ever drank. We'll have to get into that someday. Maybe on a Friday we're thinking beer.
Stroh's, Old Milwaukee. I don't know. We can just get right down the list.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Old
Good morning.
German.
You're on Beaver County Radio.
Hey, this is Tony from the Hump.
See?
Tony, I heard you're taking a week off. You're not doing any live music. I can't believe that.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. But you already corrected it. But I'm going out to see Pure Prairie League tonight.
Oh yeah, Amy.
Out at Jurgles.
Oh, that's gonna be nice. Good time.
So,
All right.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you on a serious note. Yeah, that Kohler's was like the creepy uncle beer. It was not good.
No, not at all.
But Bruce Kohler, who is a long relative from the Kohler family that owned it back then, his beer is wonderful.
That's what Scott says.
It's some of the best beer I've ever had.
All right.
And I'm not really a big beer drinker.
No, not you, huh? Mr. Bourbon.
But I'm a bourbon guy. But I mean, his beers, oh my God.
All right.
It'll change the way you think about beer.
Good food up there too.
But oh yeah, it's good. Rumors on Friday night is a nice place too, and it's a valley.
Right.
On Rochester Road there.
They have an outdoor area too, don't they? Rumors you can sit outside too.
They do, yeah, if it's nice enough.
Okay.
But
right,
yeah.
cool.
So when we're going to Lincoln Park on Sunday,
Okay.
since we live there, we're going to go see Morgan Gruber down at the Standard.
Wow, you're going to be out and about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a good week.
I don't
All
mention Morgan's also at Harkins Mill, I believe, this weekend.
Yeah. So out
So
everywhere.
I just figured I'd call in and let you know we weren't taking off.
I corrected myself.
I would have been shocked.
I was looking, and I'm like, I don't see it anywhere. And then I looked, and I was like, oh, yeah, here's where it is. So,
All right, well, you guys have a good day.
all right,
Thanks for listening.
Tony. All right.
We'll see you.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, so I figured as soon as I was like, wait a minute, and then I looked and I saw the phone line. I figured that's who it was.
Could have guessed it.
Yeah, could have guessed it. So, but coming up at 9 o'clock this morning, we do right after 9 o'clock news, we have Ask the Commissioners. They'll be joining us, and so Jack Manning, Dan Camp, and Tony Amadeo. They'll be in studio, and we've got questions. I know one of the main ones that Scott wants to ask, and Regis answered that question yesterday. But the question was, why is the Wi-Fi, we're doing all this connecting Beaver County, and we got a new press release yesterday about Connect Beaver County. I'll have to dig out too. Why is the Brady's Run Park so bad?
As far as trying to get cell phone service.
Right. And Regis said, well, they set up temporary Wi-Fi during the Maple Syrup Festival, but okay, so that's fine. But what about like if you're, and I get it, you're in a park and you're supposed to be enjoying, but what if you have an emergency and you have no cell service and you can't call for help?
We'll see what they say.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. Also know that on the docket, we'll be talking about what the commissioners this morning too will be about the mushroom mines and what's going on there with them renting a facility off of St. Barnabas, renting our facility, part of our facility. That's in the news. That was at the commissioners' work session discussed yesterday. So we've got that and much, much more. We got a nice list. So other than that, though, it's about the weekend. Get out, enjoy the weekend. Go to your favorite establishment, whether they have entertainment or not, and support these local bars because that's where it's at.
We almost forgot to. It's also Beaver County History Weekend. 25 museums in Beaver County will have free admission, and there's always a theme on this year. I think it's the anniversary of Beaver County. It would be the 225th anniversary. So you can just do a drive around, and there'll be maps and stuff to let you know. But any Beaver County museum or places like the Merrick Art Gallery, the Vickery House in Freedom, the Greersburg up in Darlington. They're all doing the special activities. So that's Saturday for every place, and some are also open on the Sunday as well.
Do they still do like a I'm trying to think, like you get like a medallion at each different stop you go to?
They have done that. I'm not sure about this year. I don't want to promise if it's not true, but
I just was curious if they still do that or not. I know in the past we've Brenda Applegate's come in and talked about it and stuff, and just curious.
And you know what else begins tonight? The Zillion Opal has its open air market. Frank, I'm a big fan of that. You can buy a beer and walk through the downtown streets of Zillion Opal. There's live music by a really cool band called Altered Egos. It's a father-daughter in the band. And but Zillion Opal was just one of the better business districts in our region. And, and they let you drink beer as you're walking around.
Nothing wrong with that. So
exactly.
You've got an interview coming up here. And we're going to be having, right?
A band from Nashville called 615 Collective, national artists. They're coming to the Strand Theater in Zelienople. It's going to be a really cool show. Yeah, we'll have that on the air maybe tomorrow, Monday. I'm working on that right now. But it's a band. They're getting national acclaim, and they're coming right to Zelienople in that historic Strand Theater. It's going to be a fun show.
All right. Also, we got the stream up here on our Facebook page at WBVP-WNBA. Also on our YouTube channel. Just search for beavercountyradio.com. If you know of events or anything, you can always submit events that we're missing to Scott at stady@beavercountyradio.com, or you can also put it in the comments section on our social media on these posts for Notes on Entertainment, because that's what it's about, talking to everybody locally here in Beaver County and getting out and letting you know about all the events that are happening throughout the county so you can make in the surrounding areas so you can make your plans for the weekend. So
Notes on Local Entertainment, we call it.
All right, we'll be back again next Thursday on Notes on Local Entertainment here on Beaver County Radio.
Patriot Home Care is now hiring caregivers. Are you a caring and compassionate individual looking for a reliable income with benefits? Then call Patriot